Hello, I'm Gary Lyon and this is the 2015 wash-up for the Adelaide Crows. This year will be remembered for the tragic passing of their coach Phil Walsh, but what will also stay in the memory bank is the remarkable way this club was able to pick itself up and still make the finals. Damo, it was one of the great stories.
It was. There was an incredible resolve, wasn't it, Gaz, throughout the course of the latter half of the season. And there was a galvanising of the Phil Walsh ideology. It took them all the way through to a second week of finals.
Absolutely, and they needed leadership, and Phil Walsh's imprint on this footy side remained throughout the course of the season. As much to do with the appointment of this man, Tex Walker, who's my season highlight. I don't reckon it was, there was so much doubt about him. It was surprise. They wondered why Phil Walsh had put so much faith in him, given you had Dangerfield
and Sloane
sitting in the wings. But it proved to be an inspired choice because he grew, in fact, almost from the first day. He sort of looked very much at home, and then to the very dying moments. This is the final, of course, where he put the Western Bulldogs away with this great passage of play. He didn't have a great final against the Hawks, didn't get much supply, but that's my highlight. And there's a lot of Phil Walsh in that decision as well.
Yeah, there was. Great year by Tex Walker. Eddie Betts, Gaz, had an equally good year up forward for the Crows. Kicked 60-plus goals, kicked them from everywhere, as he has been doing. And since he's joined that footy club, he's elevated his team, he's elevated his own standing within the game. Because I, hand up, did not think he had as much ability as he's clearly got. And I actually thought when Carlton did trade him out that it wasn't necessarily a bad thing for Carlton. It was a terrible thing for Carlton. And this man is as elite as they come when it comes to that small forward.
The master of the Boonana.
He meant that.
You thought
I know
he
you don't reckon
left foot torpy. I'm with you, Damo. I also got hand high in the air. And that's what we do on the Access. We're prepared to put our hand up when we're wrong. And I was wrong on Eddie Betts. The lowlights for the footy club from an off-field point of view are clearly obvious, so we'll try and just focus on on-field stuff. Brad Crouch, Damo. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware of how good this kid is. He has got Patrick Dangerfield-like ability and the ability to impact the footy club in a similar way. So whilst we suspect Danger goes out, if they can get Brad Crouch over these foot injuries or feet injuries...
There's a lot of them, though, aren't there, now,
there are,
behind him?
It's a worrying trend, but he knows only one way. He is an inspirational kid, and if they can get him up, then look out.
Yep. My low light, Gaz, was pre-season. Brent Riley's incident on the training track, which left him with a very badly damaged head, and ended his career. Very harrowing for the club and people around him at the time. And he very courageously battled his way through that and spoke very well about that when he did go public.
Yep, and had a terrific career. What about the Christmas bonus? My favourite. You haven't got it right yet. I certainly have got it right, Damo. And this is what the Christmas bonus is all about. When a young kid comes in from West Adelaide, I think, Rory Laird, no one knew anything about him. He slowly got his senior games up last year. But he has made the back pocket his own this year and made this All-Australian squad of 40. Just had an unbelievable year and wouldn't have been on big money, Damo. And that's what the Christmas bonus is for, is when you have a year like that, you haven't been on the big money. I'm handing out a nice suitcase full for Rory Laird, and well done to that young man, and I love watching him play.
Well, I'm giving my Christmas bonus
to? Danger.
To Tom Lynch, Gary. I think it's a very good choice as a Christmas bonus recipient here. Did it really well up in front of goals. Goes kicked 30-plus for the year. Did the defensive things really well too. And what he did do was provide a dynamic alongside Walker and Jenkins, which posed a very difficult matchup for all clubs when it came to it.
Yeah, well, he's that third tall, Damo, in a forward line of Jenkins and also Tex Walker. He's your link forward, and I've got to agree with you. I love the way he played his footy, and I think he came on as the year progressed. So well done to you.
Who goes on the chopping block, Gaz, for the Crows in 2015?
Well, it's a little hard, this one, because there are a lot of players in and around. David Mackay signed a 4-year deal, got great running ability, fell out of favour, got himself back in towards the second half of the year and played finals, but not sure. This is not a real savage. I could be talked around on this one, but he was just one that I wasn't sure on.
OK. I'm putting Sam Kerridge on it, Gaz. He's been around for a while and has performed very well at times, but just can't get a regular gig and found himself out of the team regularly. Also, too, Sam Shaw and Mitch Grigg, similar to Kerridge, on the list for some time now without actually cracking it for a spot. Probably look elsewhere.
All right, nice one, Damo. What do they need to improve? improve? What sort of players do they need to attract? Well, for me, given the finals that we've just seen, a key defender is critical for them. Now, I think Jake Lever is a very nice young footballer. In fact, better than that. It's going to come along nicely, but he'd be more your third tall option. Talia is a star. They've got Brown and Hardican who give great support, but another stand-up sort of key defender would be very nice for them, I think.
OK, I reckon they should go all out and just get a big name in. Now, who that is, it's up to them. But they've lost too many big names, haven't they? With Bock and Tippett and Davis. Dangerfield, all likelihood, is going to be joining that list. And I reckon they should just go and get someone back in. Just make a statement.
Well, you're just saying anyone.
Someone
just,
they like.
Just get a big
someone
name.
They like.
But not for any position, just a big name.
Or maybe Bennell, if that's the type of person they like.
There you go. See, that would have been better than just anyone.
Well, it's an inexact science, isn't it, this time of year?
Not your best wash-up, Damo. You've been very good up till now. Hopefully you're going to come back. What about up, down or stagnate?
I've got them stagnating, guys. They do, though, need to change the way they play football because it doesn't work when it comes to the crunch in finals. But they're going to be thereabouts. What they did this year was quite extraordinary under all the circumstances.
It was indeed. So I've got them staying around the same mark as well. New coach comes in, might shore up a bit more of that defensive intent, and they may very well back up another finals campaign. Righto. Lift, Damo. You needed to lift. That wasn't your best one. Thanks. That is the wash-up for the Crows in 2015.
New Gurney Power Grip. Available at Bunnings Warehouse.